Welcome back, fellow scumbags. It's a rare, gorgeous summer day here in Missouri. I'm going to be tackling the fuel system in the blue car here. After doing some testing and checking wires, I've determined that both fuel pumps are dead. And even if I'm wrong, I decided to convert to a 255 liter per hour single in tank anyway. Hopefully by the end of this episode, have it running and even better driving. My first problem was that the fuel pump relay wasn't clicking, so I swapped it with the working horn relay. From there, I went to the inertia switch in the spare tire area, which did have 12 volts coming out, so the only thing left was the pumps themselves. Both were getting power to the black and red wire and ground to the brown wire with no signs of life. Removing the tank is fairly straightforward, with an 8mm bolt for the filler neck, two 10mm bolts on the front shield, and two 13mm bolts for the straps. The threaded bit on one side broke free, but luckily the Sawzall fit right in to save the day. On top of the tank, the first line has a plastic clip that you pry up and out, and the other has a quick connect fitting, but I just chopsticked two small screwdrivers in to release it. Red pump connector pulls right off, and the other one has a tab on each side. Yeet! Drop the GoPro in there. But yeah, lots of yucky, like, that's pretty scaly and gross. So yeah, I'm gonna put a gallon or two of white vinegar in first, and some nuts and bolts. Shake that around as much as I can stand, and then give it a good boil, dump it out, and then refill it with baking soda water for electrolysis. And hopefully end up with a even remotely decent looking gas tank. So I'm not trying to go totally crazy on the gas tank, so I'm gonna let this burn down to a decent size. I'm not really trying to warp or distort the tank or superheat it anything. So I'm gonna get this going in the most unnecessary way possible without lighting myself on fire. Ha 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 ha. still not beautiful in there, but you can see the line. But wow, it looks a lot better. It's actually like gray in there now. There's already a dozen electrolysis videos, so I didn't feel the need to make another one. It was cool to do, and it definitely helped, but results were minimal, although that might have been because I used baking soda instead of washing soda, which I didn't realize were different at the time. Holy shit. Well, first of all, wow, just the area where the pump drops into looks like brand new. I mean, you know what I'm saying, not really, but it looks insanely better. But holy shit, look at just gobs of trash. Ooh, all of that's gotta come out, but it's gonna. So now I'm gonna basically take this apart and set it up to get the new pump in it. So this plastic bit rests at the bottom of the tank, so I can't let my sock be, come down any farther than that, or it'll smash on the bottom and obviously not be able to get fuel. So I'm gonna take a measurement to make sure that that doesn't happen. From the top of this bracket here to the bottom, it's got to be 5.5 inches or less. Yeah. Old crusty guy. So with this literally stuck right up to this hose, it barely fits within the measurement I need it to, so I'm going to hope that I can trim it up here, fit the pipe cutter in, but because I'm going to use the connector from this. It's not real corroded or anything. This is from the old high pressure pump. This much. Gimme. Bye. Now I need to see where this is going to sit, so I need to put the sock on. Even with the stock tube cut, so I can move my pump up, this just barely fits in the space that the old assembly did, but it does fit within there, so I should be good. So I'm going to put a clamp around the body here, in between these old clamps, so it can't slide. And that'd be about it. Finish up my little bit of wiring here. So now I'm going to put a little gobber of RTV around the wires in this hole. This is it. A sending unit with the 255 liter per hour conversion. So now we're inside the car. Oh God, trying to block it. There's my grommet for where the fuel pump wiring comes into the car. Man, there's a lot of mouse poop. We're just gonna ignore that for now. Okay. So now that I got that free, this is where I'm going to tap into that power wire and follow it back along through the hatch and then back down through where the other wiring went. A couple inches further than this. still think I can get it. I'll move that shit around later. That could be part of the detailing process. But other than that, you go there. Hopefully get this grommet out without a lot of problems, hopefully, and either probably drill through it or slice it or let these wires fit through and probably just get rid of these altogether. Yes, that way works too. Fucking hell, it shouldn't be this hard to push a wire down a goddamn hole. There. Alright, so we got that. I'm going to zip tie that. So I got a 10mm nut here where somebody already ran ground for the taillights on the hatch latch. So that's where I'm going to run my ground for the fuel pump also. I'll be running my power, my ground wire, to the length of these to my new connector that I wired onto the sending unit. And then I'll be able to plug it in and hopefully it primes. Got my lovely new connector. I don't think you guys need to see me run zip ties, but I'm gonna throw the battery in and see what happens. Fuel filter's in its home, all cozy wozy, like it's always been there. But just put it in that cup first before feeding the lines through. Tighten down those two 8mm. And then we got 110. And then 2 more 10s on the other end. Alright. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. It ran! It's alive! Fuck yes, I am so fucking excited. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've done so far, is to just take a thing that's been sitting this long and make it run for almost nothing. At least there's a convenient spot to put a nut and bolt to replace the one I cut. Back on Earth, baby. Alright, freaky deakies. I'm about to fire it up. I just want to check to see if the alternator happens to be charging. I don't have high hopes there, but this thing's about to go on its maiden voyage. Just gonna take it down the street real quick, just because I'm this far and I want to fucking drive it, but we'll do a good little drive down the street tomorrow during the daytime when I have rescue planned ahead of time. Incredibly, the alternator's putting out 14.2 volts. I've got no headlights, but here we go.